Okay.
That's a new song?
No, it's kind of old, but it's called Tony. Made me think about it when you said that.
Oh.
Hello, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Dawson and Denise Show. This is what you guys been waiting for. This is where all the reviews, and I mean, not the reviews, but this is where all the comments and the likes and the dislikes and the views come from. This show.
Yes.
The review of what it is, Preachers of LA. Second season. I have my cross shirt on because this is what I gave y'all the first time we discussed this, and I was told I was part of the Illuminati. I was told I need to be saved and sanctified and all that other stuff. But hey, we're here again.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Did you enjoy this this first episode of
yes,
2?
I did. Better than last season.
Yeah, they turned up.
Better than last season.
Yeah.
Because I think now they have a better feel of, you know, what to expect in the reality world. Mm-hmm. So they're more open now. They're giving us them. They're being vulnerable. Mm-hmm. They don't have to be this pop. Remember last season it was more of a pop starish feel to me, like a little breakout role or whatever.
Yeah. And Dietrich was the main star. Okay, and speaking of Dietrich, it started off this scene, you know, Dietrich and Dominique having the baby, beautiful baby girl they had. Then it gets into, you know, Dietrich's mom coming in to visit, and Dominique's mom is there. They have some kind of, they trying to patch things up between them two, because it wasn't good in the beginning between Dietrich's mom and Dominique's mom. And how did you feel about that?
I like that. They were women, they were grandparents about it. They put what was best for their kids and their grandkids. So I do like that.
I like they say we grandmothers, we ain't gangsters. And
it's East Coast, West Coast stuff. So yeah, that was funny.
They was tripping me out on that. Okay, so that was good. Then we lead into Pastor Jay Hazlip, him and his wife Christy. I like them. I think they're a cool couple. Mm-hmm. They show their little kind of like, hobo 70s type, like, how they live. They live very like California style. Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yeah, very California.
Very, very California style. And then we went to Pastor the Diva, everybody calls him the Diva, McClendon, talking with his wife, and his wife gets a little sexual. Everybody's kind of claiming their men on this. She's saying she wants him to, spend more time with her. And she understands he has to go out and do things, but...
And you made a good point. She's never with the other women.
Yeah, I don't know why she doesn't... I don't know.
Well, heck, he wasn't even with them in...
that's not weird. Because
are they even in L.A.?
That's what everybody is asking.
So,
are they in L.A.? So, I mean, we get off with that, meeting everybody, and then we get back with my bishop, who I heard preach this morning down here in Miami. He came, Bishop Noel Jones. Awesome message this morning. Y'all don't know, man. My bishop was awesome this morning.
And we can talk about that little segment a little bit, because that's what I got from this episode right here. It was more about healing and forgiveness and going to the next level and not even living in the past. And that's some of what he was saying at the church today.
That's exactly what he was saying. And taking your emotions, your mind out of the hands of people, and basically living your own life and letting God judge you, which is the title of this show. I think he was kind of giving a
could have been
appetizer before the show, because the title of his sermon was letting God judge you. So I really appreciate Bishop and Loretta's scenes together. They have made it clear that they are friends. So if that's what the man is saying, that's what the lady is saying, I'm leaving it at that.
That's what it is. That's what it is. And again, not let anyone define your relationship.
Exactly.
With anyone.
Exactly. But why do you think it is that, because we get into that where Pastor Ron Gibson does not want Loretta to spearhead an event that Bishop Noel Jones wants all the pastors to be involved in. He doesn't want her to spearhead it, to be a liaison between the churches, because he feels that she is just a girlfriend of 16, 17 years now.
But just like she said, it'll be just like what Loretta said. She kind of said that Miss Levette is that First Lady Levette is, for lack of a better word, outdated. And so what she's saying, and she has the same views as her husband. Yeah. What she's saying is that things have changed, and single women and single men can lead or spearhead different things?
I agree with what Loretta said, because I have been involved into 1 or 2 ministry where the pastors who were males were single. And, there was always speculation that maybe, he's messing around, he got a girlfriend here. It's really never speculation a lot when it comes to women pastors who are single, but definitely when it comes to male pastors. The main 2 things, maybe he's whoring with other women in the church, or is the dude gay?
And that's the problem I have with not only church, just with life. People always worried about what you're doing and who you're doing it with, or how you're doing it and how you're doing it with whoever you're doing it with. That's my whole thing. If we focus on ourselves and what we're coming, going back to the church, what we're coming to receive, then we will have no time to worry about who's single, who's mingling, who's doing whatever.
I agree. But paparazzi makes the world go round. Everybody wants a piece of you. So that's why people do what they do. Right. I mean, seriously.
Literally, especially when you, like you said, when you put yourself out
exactly.
there, people feel they know you. People feel they can tell you what's best for you.
Exactly.
People want to come and tap you on the shoulder and say, God told me to tell you. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Whatever God tells you to tell me, he's already told me.
That's one thing I cannot deal with, is when people always say, you know what, I sense something in the spirit about you. And some people, we're so geeked up to hear stuff like that, prophecies, and the prophetess came to our church, and the prophetess took a picture of Jesus, and the prophetess said, I'm going to get off welfare. So I'm just saying, I just don't, I think, like you say, if God has something to tell me, God will tell me. I don't think God gonna tell everybody what he gonna tell me. Yeah, exactly. I don't agree with that. And you got to discern for yourself. So we get on with Dietrich.
Like he's having a surprise blessing party. And
I know, and didn't invite you.
Yeah, no, he's invited me, but when I walk in, it's gonna be surprise. Here's your blessing.
I know, seriously.
No,
exactly. So Loretta seems to be confident in who she is. All of them are turned up dress wise. They looking. This is a A1 dress style cast this season. Loretta coming in there like, I don't know, Elizabeth
but to
Taylor.
Me, she gave me a little bit of Dietrich. And what I mean by a little bit of Dietrich was being on the defensive.
You do.
And maybe because of them always saying things to her. But before I even saw them closing out with the next episode, she is hurting. Dietrich's hurting. People are hurting. People are tired of being judged. People are tired of being with their back against the wall and having to explain every decision they made because they made one mistake.
Exactly. But you know what? I think with this is, I was looking at another person who did a review on Preachers of LA, the reunion show. The Ghetto View, I think is her name, and I like her YouTube channel. And she was talking about how church people, they judge. And how you can go, and I've seen this too, where people come into church, they say, come as you are, but if they come in there drunk, looking a little dirty, a little shabby, whatever, people gonna talk about you. That's just a cliche that most church people use, come as you are. But everybody they ain't for that, And like I said, Denise goes to church now more than me. I went this morning because my bishop was in town, and if I was in LA, like I'm gonna be in LA next week. Thank God.
And we'll be in Jamaica.
Y'all gonna be in Jamaica, I'll be in LA. But this is the thing. If I, had a church where I could find a church where a pastor was preaching like Bishop Noel Jones or like T.D. Jakes or some prophetic pastors that I heard that really make it practical and stuff, and they keep you on to study to learn more, it'd be cool, because I believe the pastor sets the tone of the church. And many times you have a lot of churches where it's just, man, it's like you walk in there and it's like, no encouragement. It's dead.
Nobody's greeting.
Gossip. You can go anywhere to hear that. But when you go to the strip club, everybody, hey man, what up? Glad you're here, man. Right. Hey man, come on, have a drink, man. On me, blah blah blah, man. Oh man, don't worry about that. Life gonna be good. But when you go to church, it's like,
Well, who she here for? Where she come from?
All the men,
Look what she
went
got
through the
on.
women and the single women and. A lot of people are through with church. I still have hope.
Yep.
But yeah.
Starts from within.
It starts from within. But I don't want to dampen this review. So let's get on with Dietrich and Jay Hazlett. Pastor Jay Hazlett have an argument. Pastor Jay said that if he had known that Dominique was pregnant before he married them, he probably wouldn't have married them, but he probably would have married them, but he wanted to know. He
just wanted to be able to have that choice, even though he still would have done it. And I think he came from a place of being a friend.
Yeah, and it was sincere.
Yeah, it was sincere.
And I think most people who know, most pastors would do the same thing. And I grew up where pastors, they probably wouldn't have married her if she was pregnant at the time. But, them traditional. Yeah.
But then that goes back just to a couple of days ago when we did that other review. Just because like when he wouldn't bury the guy because he found out he was gay.
Yeah.
Just like Dietrich said in his defense too, you were having, sex before you guys got married. Mm-hmm. You just didn't get caught up. You just didn't get caught. You just wasn't pregnant, but you were still doing it.
But he said, Pastor Jay said he wasn't saved before that. But, I think Dietrich does get on the offense. Dietrich, between him and Pastor, what's his name, Clarence McClendon, people call them both the divas. Because, they say what they say. Mm-hmm. One gets up and leave, but Dietrich he'll tongue wrestle with you. He loves going back and forth. And, everybody's not here for that, Mm-hmm. And Pastor Jay wasn't. And
what you think? Ron is there just pushing people buttons?
Yeah, Pastor Ron, he reminds you of that uncle who going to say what he wants to say. He's just going to do what he's going to keep his opinion.
I don't think he means anything by it.
I don't think he does. I don't think his wife does either. And like I stated on one video, she reminds me of my mom. My mom's like that. She'll say it, and she always brings it back to a biblical concept or principle. That's how my mom is, and I think that's how Pastor Ron is. But he's gonna say what he says, and he's gonna walk firm in it, and he's not gonna bow down. Mm-hmm. But I think when it comes to my bishop and First Lady, Loretta, their relationship, I think they need to that needs not to be the focal point this season. It's like, okay, we did all that. Everybody was mind-boggling. Friends 16 years and they haven't.
And I think they're great partners in the business world in the sense of, and then that's just your friend. That's someone you can go to with all of your problems, who can help you solve them. You can talk to them about that. That's what I'm saying now. I know in the first one I had the review and I thought they were going to be together, but I know coming to terms and just letting it be.
If they happy with what it is. But everybody's not going to get married, man. And I think,
and everybody don't want to.
But I think what people's problem is the fornication part. That he is such a powerful and anointed man of God. That if you're that powerful and anointed and you're not married, you're still a man walking around here, activity of all your limbs, you're a man. You walk around here 16 years not married. So by biblical standards from what they believe, you should be celibate and completely sold out to God. Now when you bring this other lady in saying we've been friends for 16 years, she comes over to your house, you meet at the restaurant, okay, how long is it going to take you to court somebody? So I see where their mind is on that. And I see where, First Lady Yvette was saying, what's happening, 16 years, but my thing is they're not giving it up.
But we even have friends like that. The two friends that we know that we go out of town with, they call each other, talk to each other. They don't want to be with each other on any level. You know what I mean? They're not tempted being around each other. Mm-hmm. Not saying that's the case with Bishop and Loretta, but it is possible.
Exactly. But I think that would lead to more of a question, is it possible to have platonic relationships in 2014 or in the 21st century? Because that seems to be the problem. People don't think that a man and a woman can be just friends.
Well, people don't even know how to have relationships of any type. So forget platonic or whatever else. People don't even know how to have relationships of any type. People are out to get what they can get, use others, hurt others because they are hurt and they haven't been healed yet. And if we come into a place of healing, then we can heal others. Just like they say, hurt people. Heal people can also heal people. And I don't understand, if you know whatever's for you and whatever's for someone else, you wouldn't spend your time trying to block it because you would know you can't. You can't. Whatever's called over my life, you can't stop it. Whatever's called over Dawson's life, you can't stop it. The only thing you're blocking is your own because you're too busy worried about someone else, so you can't even focus on where you need to be and listen to what he's trying to tell you.
Exactly. And I totally think, hopefully that's what this season will convey, and that's what this show is going to convey.